Hello everyone. Stream is running. Looks to be good. Hope you guys are well. Welcome everyone. My name is Vlad. I'll be your pilot today on this very nice A319 with yellow colors of Spirit Airways. Registration November 521 November Kilo. And call sign Spirit Wings 596 or 596. Or 596, however you would like to call it. We're sitting in Oakland, stand 12, if I recall correctly. No, 14, stand 14. Not online yet. I'm going to be turning on VATSIM in a bit. And we're going to be flying to a very interesting place today in the States, which is the Burbank Airport. Bob Hope, I think that's how it is called, the airport. Very cool little place near Los Angeles with a short runway near some terrain, and kind of something like we did last time, but in Europe while going to Florence. So yeah, in preparation for the approach into Skardu, I decided to do a couple of streams just on the A319 so that I could remember a little bit better the procedures and how this airplane flies, because there has been such a long time since I've touched the controls of the 319 that I feel really rusty compared to what I was before. So yeah, A319 fun. Spirit Wings flight 596 from Oakland to Burbank. I was thinking about doing the flight back, but I'm not sure I want to do the flight back. Maybe we can choose another flight to some other destination. If you guys have any suggestions during the cruise, we could talk that out and then decide once we are on the ground in Burbank. So we are in cold and dark. Let me just connect to VATSIM. That's something I forgot to do. So November Kilo Sierra 596 A319, and we need to submit the flight plan as well. All right, that is done. We have no ATC at the moment, but we have Los Angeles Center, so we might have some ATC action later on. All right, let's go inside. Plane is good, all shut down. Let's just do a couple of before power up checks. So slats and flaps are retracted, engines are off, weather radar is off, the parking brake is set, gear is down, and the wipers are off. On the batteries, we are above 25.5 volts, so we're gonna go battery 1 and 2. And we have external power available, so I'll hit the external power button. Let the airplane power up, and we're gonna prepare a little bit here, all this stuff. Let me just come here to the loading performance and choose 0 passengers and a bit less fuel. Reset the tablet to the current. And we're going to be using the checklist, a different checklist. I found this one, which is supposedly the latest Airbus checklist, because they made some changes in the SOPs in 2022, and I just noticed that I was using the old checklist from the old SOP, so I'm going to try to use this one and get prepared. Basically, the main difference here is that you have, well, the before takeoff checklist has changed. Now you have a separate taxi checklist and a lineup with a departure change here, which is really cool. No after takeoff checklist, which I find a little bit weird, but okay. Approach, landing, after landing, parking, and securing. The rest is good. This checklist here is available to download from, I don't know, it's a website for Microsoft Flight Sim actually, and the guy who did this actually, well, this is basically an entire guide. First page is a checklist, and then you have an entire guide according to every procedure. So according to cockpit preparation, before start checklist, all this stuff is available, and it's really cool. I studied this a little bit, and still not perfect, but good enough. Just a quick check here, the accumulator pressure is good. I'm gonna go and do the overhead flow real quick. Let me just arm this no smoking auto and nav lights so people outside can see us. CVR test. Set the IRSs to line. Let's switch off the lights at stay light. Pack flow is gonna go normal. Fuel pumps go off. Just testing here the APU fire test engine 2. Chris, hello, welcome to the stream. Cloud Swimmer here. Hope you are well. Here is all well, and make sure that the maintenance panel has no lights. Transponder, I'll go to transponding. This goes to auto, and the rest is fine. Have a nav reference discrepancy. Is it just us? Well, looks like so for now, but it's alright. I'm gonna keep going. Let me go plan mode, range 10, constraint mode on. And I've opened a couple of charts already and my sim brief, so why don't we go through that just to make sure that we have everything prepared correctly. So let's do the analysis. I'm going to try to enlarge this window a bit to you guys. And let's go here to the operational flight plan. So our zero fuel weight today is going to be 52.3 tons. This is in kilos. If you have probably noticed, I have the airplane in pounds because I think it's a livery configuration. I usually use the kilos, but well, for the sake of realism, let's use pounds. I just have my trusty calculator here, and I'm going to convert all the weights to pounds according to our need. So the plan block is 5.393 kilos. I'm going to round that up to 5.5. And how much is going to be that in pounds? So very simple. Let's say 5,500. We just multiply that by 2.205. It's going to be 12.127. So 12.2 thousand pounds of I just muted the microphone. Oh, Jesus. When did I mute the microphone? How long was I silent? How many things did you guys miss? Oh, Jesus. Alright, I don't know how, but I muted the microphone. What did you guys hear and what did you guys not hear? About 2 minutes. Oh, no. Alright, anyways, basically, we briefed the weather. We're gonna have a tailwind. We have a jet stream to the north. We have no significant weather apart from the jet stream, but it's too far north. It's not going to affect us, but it definitely gives the trend of the winds there. And the airport forecast, which I left enabled, looks all airports, shows all airports in the green. So that means good weather. So Chris, definitely very good weather there. Cooler, hello, welcome to the stream. How are you? I flew out of Oakland once. That's cool. You know, I have a very special feeling about Oakland and the overall San Francisco area because when I was a little kid and I basically started with flight simulators, the first one was Infinite Flight on my phone. And at the time, they didn't have the entire world like they do now. So what they basically had, and I still think they had like some closed areas, and one of the areas was the San Francisco area. So I flew a bunch of flights from San Francisco to Oakland and etc. Around that area. So I don't know why, but kind of feel like it. And plus, when I got my first computer and I went into the computer flight simulators, I used flight gear. And if I recall correctly, the base area of flight gear, or yeah, like the base area or the tutorial area, something like that, was San Francisco too. So definitely an area very close here to Oakland that I'm kind of familiar with, let's say. Yeah, anyways. Speaking about the rest, I spoke about the fuel, about the cruising flight level, 370, and the fuel here, I don't know if you guys heard this, but you probably noticed the airplane is in pounds, but I have my sim brief in kilos. That's no problem. I'm going to use my trusty calculator, and I'm going to be converting everything. So far, we're going to be using 12.2 thousand pounds of fuel. And our zero fuel weight is going to be 115,000.3 pounds. All right, that's about it. I have charts open already here. We are in stand 14, as I already told. No ATC so far. What I need to do though is I need to submit my flight plan because we have Los Angeles Center, I think. He's been up for an hour and so, or like 2 hours maybe. So I'm not sure if we're gonna catch him or not, but I will file the flight plan. All right. I don't know why, but that X-Pilot ping always scares me, but that's basically our clearance. 3351, it's gonna be our squawk. Very cool stuff. And our charts. Basically what I have planned here, one thing I didn't check though, was the weather. The weather in Oakland, which is beautiful. No wind, great visibility, few clouds, 11 degrees. I mean, this is literally perfect. And on the arrival at Burbank, it's literally the same weather, no winds, 10 miles visibility, clear skies, temperature 12. So really, really cool stuff. Very excited for this thing. Okay, so that's basically our crew briefing kind of complete. Let's go and start putting everything in the box and get going. Are you using the FlightAway high-resolution San Francisco scenery? No, because I basically decided that I would install different stuff, like different orthos, to explore a bit more of the world, and I just left the ortho that I have here, but I did one change though. I redid the entire ortho of this area with the high zoom level option in the airports turned on. So it is slightly different. I just noticed we have all the doors closed, so I'm going to go ahead and open them because we didn't finish the boarding yet. And our QNH here is 3018. So let's go the correct range, 3018. 3008, sorry. 3008 and 3008 here. Closest 3009. Set the squawk already, 3351. That is set. And let's come here, weight and balance. Let's see, looks like this is already in pounds. So we need zero fuel weight of 115. Let's add passengers until we reach the required number, 0.3. So that's 115 passengers, and fuel on board should be 12.2. Okay, so now I'm gonna add this. Pillar, since I lived there for some time, I have good attachment. It's fun flying places you recognize. Oh yeah, definitely. Maybe I should sometime do a VFR flight in Portugal, right in the areas where I flew in real life. Probably that would be interesting. All right, 12.2. Let's request refuel. So the fuel truck is going to come, and let's set the passenger number. What was it? 115. Oh, sorry. 115. Load the passengers. There you go. Plane looks to be loading. And let's go in it. And start inserting everything here. Now Las Vegas is our alternate. November Kilo Sierra 596. Castin X5, cruise level 370 with the temperature of -57. Dropo is 42.3. Line IRS. Very nice. We got the GPS primary available. Let's go to flight plan. Let's finish the loading of the plane, and then we're going to insert the weights. I mean, I could insert the zero fuel weight. 115.3. Let me reset to current. 115.3. And CG is 28.6. Good. I'll leave the block empty. Oops. Departure. So departing 30 via the Candle 5 to transition Katina. Insert. From Katina we have a direct. Cooler. Fun tip, if you ever go to Oakland in real life, there is a tram that connects from the train to the airport. But it is slower and more expensive than a local bus line. Oh, cool. Is that little train that basically has one rail? Is it what I'm picturing right now? Alright, from Tina we go direct to Cisco. Ooh? Yeah, I wrote that wrong. (1,100 miles) could not be correct for a 50 minutes flight. Then we go to Dot. Or Red Hot, I guess. Red Hot, and then the Rocker 2 into Burbank. For runway 08 Zulu. Rocker 2 via Mickey. And the transition, do we have any? Red Hot. Let's go. Alright, let's zoom in a bit on the range. Make sure that this is all correct. Beautiful. Very good. Alright, initial climb clearance is going to be 10,000, at least by the chart. It's going to be 10,000, that's it. The rest is set fine. Fueling is complete, seatbelt sign on, and fuel pump's coming on. Very good. Now that the fueling is complete, let's go and put the init B page 12.1 on the block. This looks good. Let's maintain here on the prog page Oakland runway 30 in case we need to return. No red navs. And performance page. So here, let's uplink request takeoff data and basically let them do it all. Very good. I think I can start closing doors. I'll just leave everything on auto. And that's it. I think so. It's one rail and goes over the city. Cooler. Probably that's a pretty good view though, right? Should be pretty cool. Alright, by the way, our altimeters are reading in the negative, which is not cool. because that's probably some explain weather coming in. 10:22. Yeah, explain weather is definitely playing games here. Oh, but that's a big difference though. Let me check from a different source. Oakland. Aha, QNH 3020. Okay. So either I messed up or SimBrief messed up. Let me recheck it. Alright, destination departure. Ah, 3018, damn it. I got it wrong. 3018 or 3020. We'll leave 3021. Good. Alright, all doors are closed already, which is fun. Let's just make sure takeoff data uplink is received. Let's confirm. Let's do a flex takeoff, of course. Flaps 130, 130, 134. This looks good. Insert uplink. Thrust reduction and acceleration looks good too. Airfield elevation is at what? Airfield elevation is at... is at 9, so let's do 0. 9, I had to mess up. There we go. Alright, that is set, speeds are all set, that's all good. I'm gonna start the APU, and we're gonna do our first checklist. Cockpit preparation, so gear pins and covers are removed. We don't have to do those, but they should be somewhere removed. Fuel quantity, we have 12.1, we require 12.2, but I already added more than that, so that's okay. Seatbelt signs are on. ADIRs, make sure they are on nav, they are. And barrel reference 3020 is set on both sides and reading the same, which is good. So cockpit preparation checklist is complete. It's time to do our departure briefing, and after that we get to start rolling, which is good. The main train station is also above ground, so we'll get even better views there. That's pretty cool. I've lived in California my whole life, both north and south. The best ortho I've found is Orbex Through Earth with flyaway on top. Even in Explain 12, Orbex Through Earth is the best. Alright, well, I have that in consideration. It's just because I have about 1 terabyte left, and I still haven't finished all the places that I want to produce with Ortho4XP, because I want to fly a little bit around the world. So, yeah. But thank you for your suggestion. I'll keep that in mind. I didn't forget. Also, 25 days until I get to ride an A350 for the first time. Ooh! Where are you flying to? And what airline? Right, one thing I forgot to do was to do a quick check here at the system to make sure we have oil, which we have. This is all good. This is all good. This is all good. We have fluid. Fuel is nice and balanced. APU running. Temperature. Well, this is in Fahrenheit. I don't understand Fahrenheit at all. Can I change to only the temperature to Fahrenheit? Probably not. I had to do the conversion, never mind. Alright, doors are closed, wheels are good, flight controls all good, status is checked, recall is normal, good. Perfect, so, time for the departure briefing, real quick stuff. And departure briefing, you guys are ready? I'm ready. So we're flying Airbus A319 flight Spirit Wings 596 from Oakland to Burbank. We didn't check the node times, weather is good, NTI is not required, and radar terrain will be on, weather radar will be on the standby. We are on stand 14, which is about here, and we're going to be pushing back and then taxi via uniform and whiskey to runway 30, holding point whiskey 1 runway 30. Runway is dry, there is no wind, we're going to use flex takeoff power. flag 72 at flaps 1 and speeds of 131, 131 on rotate, and V2 134. And our departure is going to be the candle 5 from runway 30. We climb on heading 296 to 520 feet, then direct to cross ledge A at or below 2000, then on track 296 to candle, and then a left turn direct to cross port at or below 10,000. And then on transition, maintain 10,000, expect final altitude 10 minutes after departure. That's why I set 10,000 on the initial climb. Clearance, basically. That's our basic constraints until 10,000, but as we don't have any ETC, I'll probably just go straight to the cruise altitude as we fly towards the 10,000 feet. No special considerations so far, and for the abnormals, this is a standard Airbus briefing, so we reject for any problem until 100 knots, and only for significant ones from V1, from 100 until V1. In a case of a rejected takeoff, I'll call reject. Apply maximum reverse thrust, let the auto brake work, stop on the runway, apply the parking brake, call cabin crew at stations, advise ATC, and then assess the situation. In case the failure happens after V1, we're going to continue initially straight ahead, maintain a positive climb, and then left climbing turn until the MSA, which in this area, where is it? Or you know what, we'll just continue straight ahead and a bit to the right, because San Francisco is right here. If we would turn into the left, probably would interfere with their airspace. So we would continue straight ahead to start with. And takeoff alternate, well, it's Oakland, overweight landing. How are the weights here? Zero fuel weight 115, takeoff weight 127, landing weight maximum 137, so we are not overweight for the landing, and no lost comms are expected. Alright, that's the departure briefing complete. Basically, do you guys have any questions? If so, post them in the comments. Let's go switch on the AP bleed, beacon light coming on, and disengage the external power. I'm gonna call better pushback.
Hey Captain, let me know where you want this thing.
Ooh, look at that. That's what plane is that? Is that a 7? No, wait, what? Trijet. That looks like a 727. I'm gonna take a look in a bit. I want us to be pushed right here to start with, because, well, there's an airplane right there.
Captain, your tow's coming.
We gonna toggle jetway attachment. All doors are armed. Let's lock the cockpit door and do the before start checklist. So parking brake is still set. Takeoff speeds and thrust. We have 31, 31, 34. Thrust is going to be flag 72. Windows are closed and beacon is on. Before start checklist is complete. Is that a Tupolev again? Are we being followed by a Tupolev every time? Haha! I think that's a Tupolev. That's not a 727. Yeah, that's a Tupolev. Oh my god, anyways. Cooler, it will be an Air France return flight from San Francisco to Paris. Wow, cool. That's really cool. Maybe,
alright, looks like the doors and hatches are closed and we're ready to connect.
Guys, do you see this? It's bloody raining. Like, come on. It's literally raining. And by the way, where are the few clouds that there should be? Anyways, from the Tupolev to rain and explain, the adventure continues. Chris, yes, will there be free peanuts and soda? Absolutely, 100%. Right, so nobody around. We're clear to go. Before start is complete. Let's release brakes. Clear to push. Just check SimAware. It's Tupolev 154. Damn it. We are being followed by a Tupolev.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Terrain ahead. Hello.
Go and kill the parking brake when you're ready to go.
I just did. Oh, I didn't do the chocks. You're right. My mistake.
Here comes the pushback. Light them up.
Let's run the clock. Off block time 16:30 UTC. Not bad. Terrain ahead, that's something I don't want to hear in a real plane. Free soda on Spirit. We must be VIP. Yeah, everybody's VIP on the channel here. Okay, also, this is the KOSB sound pack. So that means we're gonna have a beautiful startup sequence on the IAE. I know the Spirit ones, 319s are CFM, but just for whatever purposes, just yeah, to be more interesting when I fly with IAE. So I'm gonna go into the wing view here, and we're gonna hear the start sequence. Let's go engine mode selector to start, and starting number 2. That was a good start on number 2. Let's go number 1.
Just about done here. Go ahead and set your parking brake.
Brake set, clear disconnect, and we have a good start
And
on
we're
both
disconnected,
engines.
so give me just a
So,
moment.
mode selector to normal, APU coming off. Now comes the rest. Spoilers, flaps, trim, which is up 0.4. And I'm gonna go ahead already with the auto brake to max. Do a flight control check, full up. Pull down, neutral, full left, full right, neutral, rudder, full left, full right, neutral, beautiful. Terrain ahead, it's been some time, you might recognize Speedbird on YouTube. I think I remember a Speedbird one. Is it you? Is that you? Outside checklist, NTI is not required, status check, pitch stream, up 0.4
And we're
set.
disconnected. Signal and pin
Rudder
on the right.
is
Take it
0.
easy and have a safe flight.
Offside checklist is complete. Terrain ahead. Well, you had 2 great names. Both Speedbird and Terrain ahead are cool. That was like 3 years ago. I think I remembered. Yeah, Speedbird. Yeah, I'm almost 100% sure I remember. Hand signal received. Let's go. Taxi lights on. Brakes released. Let's get rolling. Weather radar on. Let's go terrain mode on. Do a brake check. Pedal pressed. Pressure 0. Lovely sound. Chris, of that I'm assuming, looking at your flight deck, you're using the RXP enhancer. No, not using. Because I actually don't like it. And I need to... There you go. Activate the nose wheel steering. I did the Tupolev depart. No, he's still... What? no, he's... Yeah, he did depart. Alright. Clear right, clear left. Let's go cabin. Takeoff config. Engine 1 oil low temperature, delayed takeoff. Okay, yeah, that's no problem. Had a master caution. I didn't know this was a thing on the IAEs. Interesting to know. Clear the caution, clear. Taxi checklist. Flight controls are checked. Flap settings. 1+F is set. Radar and protected wind shear is on and auto. Engine mode selector is on normal. And ECA memo takeoff no blue. Taxi checklist is complete. Next is going to be lineup checklist. Terrain ahead. I don't know how you'll feel, but I'm 15. I was 12 when I started watching. Well, that's cool. That's really cool, man. I started flying on flight simulators when I was 14, and I have a friend. He had like 12 years. I think he was 12 years old or 11 years old when I first met him. Actually, I'm talking about Emil. You might know him from the channel. He's the moderator of the channel. I think he had 12 years since he started flying flight sims. So I don't think age is a problem. It's more like the mentality of how do you approach things. So that's really cool, man. Cool to see you around. Hope you're doing well. The Tupolev is going to Burbank. So yeah, he's flying with us. I suppose, I think it's one of the guys who was flying with me before when I was streaming in Russian a couple of years ago. I think his name is Pasha, because he's using the same call sign, which is 1212 or 1212. Yeah, 1212 or 112, something like that. All right, we are close to the runway. Let's just make sure that we have no other traffic. We have Southwest 1430. Taxiing there. Strobes, I forgot to set that to auto. Let's go strobes. This light's coming on, lights on. Brakes are released. Clear on left, clear on the right. Oakland traffic, Spirit Wings 596, lining up runway 30 for departure, Oakland. Do a call to the passengers. Lineup checklist, takeoff runway 30 is confirmed. TCAS, TARA, see that's what checklists are for. And let's do a nice lineup. Man, I don't know why, but maybe because this is IAE or something, or we're just going downhill, but the airplane accelerates without me adding thrust so much. I'm finding it hard to catch. Alright, let's stop here. And pack 1 and 2 is going to be on. That's okay. Lineup checklist is complete. No departure change. We are ready to go, guys. Hit the like button for that. Let's pin the thrust. That is stable. Set the chrono on. And Manflex 72 SRS runway auto thrust is blue. Thrust is set. Airspeed is alive. Nice sounds. 100 knots. V1, rotate. And positive climb, gear up. Nav. Let's hear from the wing view. There's Southwest. Nice. Lovely. Thrust reduction speed, out constrained, out of thrust. Let's keep climbing, open climb, thrust climb, open climb. Let's go autopilot 1. Approaching airspeed. Flaps 0. Speed is checked. Flaps 0. And lights off. Let me guess, you don't like RXP because it makes cockpit blue. Yeah, I just think the overall look, it's kind of weird. I don't know. I don't know. I don't really like it. And what about we gave ourselves a vector to Candle? Actually, not to Candle, but to Porte or to Katina. Yeah, why not? Let's do a direct to Katina and climbing to 370. Save some time here. Flyby. Nice. There's San Francisco there. Terrain ahead. Yeah, I mean, I went from X-Plane to P3D and I'm using Microsoft a little bit more. That's cool. I need to do chores now, but it was nice catching up. Thank you, man. Thanks for the wishes and good to see you around here. Good luck there. Keep flying. Let's go 160 airport. Yeah, this is a problem though with the cusp sound pack. I don't know why. In this position, the sound is a little bit weird, but here, it's not. Still a bit. Better here. I love this view. Nah, still not clean though. Weird. By the way, the sky's gotten better. Clouds are away, so that's cool. Let's turn off the terrain on ND. We don't need it now. Approaching 10,000 feet, so I could switch all the lights off. And there's 10,000 lights off. All the cabin crews so they know. Very good. Also, you might have noticed on the startup, I went to default scenarios. I like to fly with the random faults on, and I've set a 20 flight time factor, which is about good. So something might happen, something might not. I've had very long flights without anything happen, and I had flights where I would have an engine fire. Not immediate, but it was like an accumulation of failures in one flight, which was fun. Did the Southwest guy depart? No, looks like he landed and he went into the gate. Did you ever see the A319 landing I posted? No, I went to your channel, by the way. I even commented on one of your videos, but I didn't see the A319 landing. I used the technique you told me by placing the link. I did that, but every time I do that, YouTube basically says error, not found. So I don't know. Are you sure you opened the link to everybody? I saw, but I gave the link because it wasn't listed. I make it public. Oh yeah, see, that's why you need to make it public, or you need to allow at least to you need to at least allow to see the person or the public through the link. It's like YouTube has the restricted, then available via the link, and then the public one. So you either do the available by the link or the completely public. So yeah, it's public with the URL, but the URL had to be a short URL, not a normal URL. I don't know. I honestly tried and it never worked for me. Sorry, but I went to your channel. I found it. You had a nice DC-3 landing. Was that the leading edge simulations one? Or the V Skylabs? I love the metallic texturing. That's something the freeware one doesn't have. I just want to get above these clouds. Oh, look at that. That's beautiful scenery there. So cool. It was the Skylabs. I've done better landings since then too. Ah, that was a decent landing. That was a good one. And 18,000 QNH standard set. Let me check. Do we still have ATC or not? Hollywood Burbank Airports, Bob Hope. Yeah. Oh, now we got wind 130 at 6. Visibility is 10. QNH 3002. Well, this is a very short flight, so I'm gonna go ahead and already set this information here. So 3002. Temperature is gonna be 13. Wind 130 at 6. Flaps full, of course. And the MDA from the chart. Category Charlie. Mm. 1075. There we go. Flight plan. Now, I want to know if there's any ATC. For some reason, my SimAware doesn't want to load. Speaking about the DC-3, the Skylabs one looks really good with the texturing and all the metallic stuff. Yeah. I was really thinking about it, but then just went with the freeware one. And I think it's good enough. Feels a bit bumpy here. Okay, no, we don't have any ATC now. Think the guy went offline? Yep, he went. He went offline. Okay, so that means I might be able to do a constant descent arrival, which would be good because we have a bunch of altitude and speed restrictions, which would be a bit annoying to comply with. So we need to be at what altitude? 3,000 feet at Good Day. I want to go Prague page. Good Day, 240. Need to be at 3,000. We'll be at 37, so that's 34 times 3 is gonna be 102 plus 10. 112, plus we have a nice tailwind, so let's do 120 miles. From Bude we start our descent. Let me see if I go to the fix info and I set a radius of 120 miles. Yeah, that's a bit of difference there. Really looking really good though. I don't remember this Ortho being this cool. Well, apart from this part here. This is Google stuff because they use different tiles for the cities, which is extremely annoying, but nothing that I can do. Still looking good. and I really love the colors. I don't know, the yellow is just so catchy. So far, system-wise, everything looks good. We're going to be using auto brake medium for landing, and we could actually do the arrival briefing already because this will be a very, very short flight. It's like 40 minutes. After the last flight that we did to Florence, that was like 30 minutes, and I got late with the arrival briefing, and then I messed up the descent. I really didn't like that, so let's do a calculation here. Just check here the medium, reverse. Alright, yeah, auto brake medium, we need to use auto brake medium. That's good. Let's do the arrival briefing to start with. So the status so far is good. Weather is good. Latest METAR shows wind 130 at 6, so that's a 50 degrees wind from the right. So I'm going to be landing on runway 08. Good visibility, clear sky, temperature 13, and a QNH of 3002. So far looking good. NTI is not going to be required. Terrain radar will be on because we have a lot of terrain there, definitely. Top of descent is going to start at 120 miles of that little point there. I might even add 5 miles more. Let me add 5 miles more, 125 here from Bude. Yeah, 5 miles from that point, we're going to start our descent into the destination. Our arrival is going to come from the rocker to arrival. I have a speed restriction there. I'm going to keep it to 15 knots all the way through the descent. And we have plenty of altitude restrictions here too, probably because of traffic again, but we don't have any ETC, so, and not a lot of traffic again, at least I think so. Yeah, it doesn't look like a lot of traffic right there, so no factor. We could save some fuel there and some time. So yeah, from rocker we go to Zeppe, Evans, Mikey, Hunt, and then, actually never mind, sorry, we start with the rocker to arrival, and Red Hot, Ozank, Purple, XL, U2, Trav, and finally to rocker. 250 knots, a couple of speed restrictions there. From rocker, there's go to Zeppe, Evnis, Mikey, E-Hunt, and from there, from the Mikey point, we go to the Silex, which is going to be the intermediate fix or the initial approach fix. I don't know why it has both there. Probably depending on what approach are you doing. And that puts us about Silex 6.1 miles from the airfield. We have to be above 3,700, and finally descending to Buda at 3,000 mandatory, which is 5.2 miles. Never mind, sorry. 6 plus 5, 13. This is like 12 miles. Silex is 12 miles from the runway. Buda is around 6.1 miles from the threshold. Yeah, that looks good. That's basically it. To go around due to the rain. Missed approach, we climb to 1,300, then climbing right turn to 4,600 and heading to 10. And Victor Tango Uniform VOR DME radial 086 to Victor Tango Uniform VOR DME and hold. Victor Tango Uniform. I just want to find it right here. Okay. Then we find the radio. Okay, so here and here. Missed approach requires minimum climb of 340 feet per nautical mile to 2,520. If unable to meet climb gradient, CILS Yankee or localizer Yankee, we will be able to meet the climb gradient. I'd love to know the climb gradient though. Okay, that's fine. Radio navs. Final approach course 079, localizer is 109.5. Let's confirm that. So we didn't activate the approach phase yet. That's why we don't have the frequency there. We are 1000 to go. Let's go vertical speed plus 900 for the level off. Mach and vertical speed plus 900 there. And it's a bit wobbly, so I'm not going to be turning off the seatbelt sign. Alright, continuing with the briefing. That's basically it. Our alternate and fuel alternate is Las Vegas, and we're gonna have plenty of fuel. We even have 40 minutes extra of fuel. Really bugs my mind to see all the weights in pounds and not in kilos, because the values look very big. Config and distance, we're gonna be using flaps full, which is gonna be enough, as we just checked here, with auto brake medium and reverse maximum. Exiting straight to the right, because literally our stance is right here. I'm gonna be landing from this side here and vacating to the ramp directly. We need to remember to cool down the engines. That's 1 minute cool down time for the IAEs. I was doing 3 minutes, but the 3 minutes are actually for the Neos. Anyways, that's basically it. Special considerations. No special considerations apart from the terrain. Always remember to be careful with the terrain and to not overflare the airplane. Lands in the numbers. And basically that's it, yeah, because the runway is really not that lengthy. 5,802 feet. That's, I'm going to tell you in a bit, that's 1,518 meters. That's literally almost exactly like in Florence. I think in Florence this was like 1,560, but you wouldn't be able to use all the runway anyways. No abnormals so far, we're not overweight, and no lost comms. That's the arrival briefing complete. That's cool. ShayTP, hello, welcome to the stream, how are you? Don't worry, you're not late, it's me that I just had to change. I couldn't do the stream yesterday, basically, because I was working in the weekend, and I just had to study. I had to study and prepare myself more for the ATPL exams that I'm gonna have next, and that's a lot of stuff to remember for me. Not easy. So I just said, yeah, Monday is not the best day to make a stream. Probably everybody's working or school or something like that, but better in Monday than no stream. Better call the baby. Hello, welcome to the stream. What an interesting name you have. Is this the 1.9.2? I think so. Is there a way to see? Yeah, it is. And 192. Yeah. Absolutely is. So far we did all the briefings. We have our performance calculated. Auto brake medium is already selected. That's cool. It's getting a bit windy here. Let me just close the window, sorry, in my room. ShayTP, I applied for ATC, but the wait time is minimum 6 months. Oh. Well, you could prepare yourself in the meantime. So when the time comes, you're going to be as prepared as possible. Try to use that as an advantage. Nicolas Straziotta. I think I pronounced your name correctly. If not, I'm very sorry. Good afternoon. Very good afternoon to you too. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the stream. Hope you are well. We are literally approaching our top of descent. Almost. I'm gonna start soon our descent into Burbank, Hollywood Airport. So far everything looks good. Let me do a quick check through the systems. Yep, Everything looking good. Every time you fly with random failures enabled, you just want to make sure that there's nothing going on in the back. Are those your final exams on ATPL? No, unfortunately not, but I need to... Anyways, any done exam is progress, so... I have 6 more to do. I'm gonna be doing 3 now. It's gonna be general navigation, instruments, advanced instruments, and flight planning. Flight planning and monitoring. So I'm gonna have those 3. It's not easy. Challenging, quite challenging. And then for the final end, I'm gonna have airplane general knowledge, airframes and engines and systems and so on, operational procedures and performance. Those are gonna be the final 3, which I hope to take. I'd love to do it in June, in July, but probably I won't be able because of work and literally not having time, so September, probably September, yeah. Let's set the altitude to the altitude restriction at Rocker, which was 12 to start with, and then as we get down we're gonna adjust. Nice tailwind there, 74, pretty strong. Chris, you already have your PPL? Yes, I do. For a year, actually. Exactly 1 year and 1 day, because I think I finished in the 5th of May of 2023. Yeah, I think so. For 1 year already. So we have 5 miles to go. Scenery is definitely looking good. Well, apart from some of this stuff, but never mind. 126, let's start. Ground speed is 470, so that's gonna be about minus 223. Correction, minus 2,300 feet per minute. Started down, and now what I'm gonna do is, as we're gonna hit 250 knots, I'm gonna pull speed and just do open climb, so the airplane will maintain whatever descent it needs to maintain the 250 knots. Yeah, and that's exactly 1 year since I don't fly, because I don't have time to fly and study at the same time because of work, which is really sad. Did you do your primary training on low or high wing? Low wing. TechNam P2002. Tricidal descent. There we go. Yeah, low wing. Probably not the easiest to start with, but if you can land that one, you can land any plane, basically. high wing here. What plane were you flying? Was it a Cessna? Was it a Tecnam too? I know that the high wings are more stable, but kind of prefer the low wing. I've tried to fly in the Cessna 152 once as a passenger, and I kind of prefer the look of a Tecnam because of the low wing. Kind of makes looking outside easier. I don't know. Maybe it's just a habit, but for some reason it felt like. Scenery is really looking good. My introductory was the A320, then my first lesson was the 152, which I like better. That's interesting. Oh, you know what? What's funny? I went into a Diamond DA20 simulator, like a VR thing. It was really interesting stuff because you would be sitting in a real physical cockpit with like literally everything the same. But the outside, they had like sensors for your VR headset. The outside was flight simulator, not flight simulator, it was X-Plane, but basically was simulated. So you would be sitting in a real cockpit, and once you wear the headset, the VR goggles or whatever, you could see the real part of the cockpit. So you could literally see your hands, like your real hands, and where are you touching the controls, like not through a controller. But the windows basically were perfectly cut through, and it was X-Plane. I found that to be pretty cool. Let's turn into constraint mode. First constraint is above 240. So far looks like we're gonna comply with that one. Next one is below 220. Let's see. But yeah, I was talking about that simulator. One thing that I found really weird was that literally the aileron trim. No, sorry, not the aileron trim. The elevator trim. The elevator trim wheel was located exactly where my arm would rest. So you had the electrical switches on the stick, and you had a backup wheel, I guess, and that wheel would move. And every time I would trim, that would be really weird because, well, your hand would be resting there, and all of a sudden that starts moving. It's kind of a weird position for them to put the wheel there. I don't know. So yeah, mixed feelings on the on the Diamond one. Hybrid VR, yeah, it was something like that. It was not very good quality VR, like well, for example, I think the Diamond had like a Garmin or something. You had difficulty reading through the buttons, what was written in the Garmin, because the quality of the cameras on the goggles was not very good, but nonetheless it was pretty cool to be sitting in a somewhat real cockpit. I mean, literally, you'd go inside there like in a real plane. And then you sit there, I think the seats were real, like everything was real. They didn't have force feedback though. Yeah, so that was really cool. And then I tried another one that was for the Diamond, the twin engine, which is I think the 6.2, and that one had force feedback, and it was really interesting to try it out. It was actually from Diamond itself. I tried VR for a while, but the headset was too uncomfortable after about 45 minutes every time. Yeah, and you know what's more uncomfortable for me, more than the VR, the headset itself, is the... I mean, my eyes just burn. My eyes just get tired, really tired from looking through those goggles. I don't know, I just feel like I have screens in my eyes and I really don't like the feeling. JTP head tracking is also an option. Yes, and I have it. I have a custom one that I did at home, but the support is not the best, so I'm not using it, but I do have a tracking and it works. It's just one day I'll be buying the Trek IR one, the official, which is the good one, and I'll just stick to that one. By the way, we should be below flight level 220 as we cross this waypoint, purple. We're just below flight level 220, so far my constant descent, it's been working, which is cool, because I was not expecting this one. But I anticipate we're gonna have to use some speed brakes anyways, because if you can see there, the blue arrow, that's where we're gonna be leveling off at 12,000 feet. Well, we have to be below 12,000 in rocker. Yeah, the blue arrow is slightly forward from rocker, so probably either use a bit of vertical speed to get down, or just simply use speed brakes. I'm gonna see. But yeah, head tracking, that's something I really want to do, because for especially for the general aviation aircraft, when you really need to look around, it is so essential. And the tracker that I did at home, it works, and it's really cool, really helps out on those visual approaches. It's just that it's not as good, like the sensors are not very good, and plus the LEDs that I've put there, the infrared ones, I think they're not the most correct too. So basically, again, I feel like, I don't know, that LED lights, they are really close to my face, and my eyes get tired again, which is really weird because we don't see infrared, but I kind of feel like there is something there, which is weird. I saw on YouTube how to 3D print. Yeah, I got it. I did that. Not on the 3D print, but I did like on a plastic thing, so I just cut it with a knife, and it works. It's fine. It's just that the LEDs are either too strong or I messed that up, and it's not the best. Alright, we are flight level 190, so let's go and switch QNH 1002, which was in Burbank, if I recall correctly. Let me refresh the METAR. 3002, that's correct, so let's go ahead and reset that. Keep flying the plane. I love to talk with you guys, but sometimes I just get so distracted. And let's do approach checklist. Bearer reference is set, 3002 reading the same on both screens. Seatbelt sign is on, we never switched that off. And minimums is 1007.5 set. Auto brake medium is set, and engine mode selector is on normal. Approach checklist is complete. Very good. So we can maintain to 70 here. Let's go to 70. Maybe the airplane will nosedive a bit, and we will be able to catch with the profile slightly. Well, we are above 16,000 here, so yeah, catching up. I just use good old Trek IR for 10 years now. I always were ahead real world flying, so ahead for Trek IR is natural for me. Yeah, see that I don't have that, but I would really love to. And I also use a cap or a hat, whatever, to fly in real life because it's just usually very sunny and very hot, and it just burns through your brain. JTP, you use normal camera for the IR lights? No, I had a webcam and I modified it. I removed the IR filter. I removed the IR filter from it, so I transformed the camera. Ortho is looking good. Is it your typical Ortho4XP files? Absolutely. Zoom level 15 with the high-res airfields option. Alright, let me go vertical speed now, and let's set 7,000 for example. Do 250 on the speed. We are approaching rocker, close to 14,000, but we're gonna have to level off a bit. Let's keep the speed for now, dissipate the extra energy. So far so good. Let's see how's it with traffic. No big deal with traffic. Everybody's flying to Los Angeles. No traffic into Burbank, so we're the only ones. Yeah, that's basically, Chris, that's why I decided to just keep the Ortho that I have, because it's just so much work, and I prefer to have a slightly lower res Ortho in this area, because I'm not going to be flying that often here, and I prefer to have more space for other places in the world, so we could do our adventures. You guys probably remember about the world tour that I was thinking about doing. Yeah, that's still in the books, and I think I almost completed all the orthos for it. So yeah, all right, let's go some speed brakes. Definitely messed up a bit the calculations there, so speed brakes are needed. One half. Let's go. Start slowing down, because otherwise things are going to happen very quickly. But it is looking good. I just don't get these clouds. Should be almost clear. But we got clouds. Anyways, explain weather. JTP, will you fly the Flight Factors 777 V2? No. No. I have other priorities at the moment. And it's not an airplane that really interests me though. 10,000 feet, let's go lights on and LS push buttons on. That's not one aircraft that really interests me. What I will fly as soon as it gets out is the FlyJ Sim 737-200. Absolutely expect me to go into some gravel strip, to do like old Southwest operations, Pan Am stuff, anywhere in the world. I love that little jet. I tried it once in X-Plane 11. Through, I'm gonna say, not the most correct means, and that's why I stopped using it. And I'm waiting for FlyJ Sim to release the V2 version, which they have been teasing for a very long time now. And so, yeah, I'm basically waiting for that little plane so much. Chris, yeah, HD space is always an issue. I'm thinking about getting a 4 terabyte external Thunderbolt SSD drive, but a lot of money. Yep, I got an HDD drive, 6 terabyte one, and it has 1 terabyte left so far. I've been using it for work as well, but probably 3+ terabytes is just, or maybe even like 4 terabytes is just orthos. So yeah. I'm trying to manage my space accordingly. Alright, let's remove the speed brakes. Let's go approach mode, manage speed. And at this point, we just maintain vertical speed minus 1,200 until blue day. Good. Vlad, looking out of my window right now, it sort of looks like what you're seeing in Sim. Oh, really? Okay, well then I changed my mind. Okay, that's a surprise. That's good to know, actually. And I feel like we're gonna have to use a bit of speed brakes anyways to slow down a bit more, because this plane just flies a lot. Yeah, green dot is down there, so we're still above green dot. That means... yeah, that means the airplane is not going to slow down that much. Alright, let's do VFE plus 10, speed check flaps 1. Cabin crew prepare for landing. Will you fly to Prague in Sim? Yeah, why not? I've been there in real life, so that's a cool place to go. Miles to go, soon to be on the localizer. Pretty accurate. That's cool. Thank you, Chris. That's actually very, very cool to have the opportunity to check this this stuff. Burbank, here's the frequency. That's correct. 109.5. Cool. There's the localizer. Let's hit approach. Glide slope star, lock star, K3 single. I'll leave it on one autopilot. There's no need to go with the other two. And I'm pretty sure I can remove this. Just let the airplane fly now. Glide slope. And lock. Beautiful. VFE minus 10, flaps 2, speed is checked, flaps 2. Add a bit more of I'm missing the word. I'm missing the word. A bit of drag. There you go. I want to go to Prague. Yeah, you guys suggest me an interesting flight to go to Prague, and I'll fly there. 10 miles to go. We're pretty fast, so I'm really thinking about deploying the gear early to be stabilized. Airport is right there. Let's go gear down. By the way, this airfield here, I think, isn't this one of the most busy airfields for general aviation? I think so. Digital Flight, hi, how are you today? Hey man, welcome to the stream.
2,500.
I'm great, how are you? Welcome to the stream, and just in time for landing. Let's go gear down. Speed brakes armed, lights coming on. Yeah, otherwise we would not be slowing down in time. I'm pretty sure. VFE minus 10, speed check, flaps 3. Go around altitude was 2,400.
2,000.
Check. Shut up. And VFE minus 10, flaps full. And I don't know why we don't have any distance, but anyways. Burbank traffic, Spirit Wings, 596, 5 miles out for landing, runway 08, Burbank. Basically visual at this time. Go around altitude is set. Wait till 500. Port elevation is 700. Touchdown zone 727. Right. So we are stable above 1000, which is good. Here we go. That would be Van Nuys for busy GA. Yeah, that's the one. I think that's the airport you cross there. Alright, we are stable. Landing checklist. Go around altitude 4,600 feet set. Cabin crew is advised. And Ika memo. Landing no blue. Landing checklist is complete. Checked. We are stable. I just crossed the page there. So we're stable. Flaps are full. Gear is down. All is looking good. Now I just don't have to. I just need to land on the spot, not overflare it. And that's basically it. Where's the Tupolev, by the way? Is the guy there? Looks like no. Digital flight. Are you a pilot in real life? I'm gonna say I'm a student pilot, but with a PPL license. Let's tell you like that. Let's go autopilot off. Flight controls downgraded to Cat 1, which is fine. Check. 2 whites, 2 reds.
100 above.
Time to hit the like button, guys.
400.
If you didn't hit it yet. And I'm gonna focus on the landing.
Minimum
Continue.
300.
Pappies and glide slope are different here. Follow the pappies.
$100. 50, 40, 30, 20. Retard. 10. 5.
Come on. Spoilers. Reverse screen. Decel. That was a bit too long for my liking, but that's okay. 70 knots. Reverse is out. Manual braking. 49 minutes. Welcome to Burbank. And welcome to the gate. So set the chrono. We have 1 minute to shut down the engine. Should have switched on the APU earlier. That's one thing I didn't think about. Speed brakes up, flaps retracted, and let's go here. I see the marshaller is inside the building. Alright, and predictive wind shear off, because otherwise we will be giving radiation stuff into everybody. Yeah, I really can't see the guy, so I'm gonna just trust whatever he's doing now. Alright, I think that's the move. Almost there. Okay, we can see. There we go. Brakes are set, brakes are hot, brake fan on. APU is starting. We have 1 minute on the clock. Let's go and shut down number 2 in a second. APU is available. Let's go APU bleed. Shut down number 1. Stop the chrono. Oh, that was 59 minutes. On block, you guys saw that. Brakes release. Sorry, belt sign off. And fuel pumps coming off. Beacon below 5 and 1. There we go. Great. After landing, radar protected wind shear is off. Parking checklist, parking brake and chocks. Well, now we can set the chocks. I'll leave the APU open. Or switched on, should I say. Let's open the doors. just leave the external power on there. Parking checklist, parking brake or chocks. So let's go brakes release, chocks on. This way we're gonna have better cooling for the brakes. Engines are off, wing lights are off, and fuel pumps are off. Parking checklist is complete. Very good. Thank you. Alright, let's take a look at Volanta to see how our flight went. So let me just open the cockpit door here. So guys, my idea was to return to Oakland, but with the tailwind that we were having, that beautiful tailwind is going to transform into a headwind, and that's something I really don't want to experience because, well, we're going to take a fair amount of time. So, do you guys have any suggestion for any flight within the 45 minutes range to go to? Digital flight, good night to you too. Bye. And yeah, here's the sim brief profile. Landing was minus 143. Nice descent there. Nice profile. Shall we see the replay? That's the question. San Diego. Oh yeah, San Diego. Let's do it. Why not? Let me change all the charts. Sim brief real quick. Sim aware. Yeah, I totally take that. What is the ICAO code for San Diego? Is it Sun? I think so. I think it's Sun. I went there once, right in the middle of the city, one runway. Yeah, Sun. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let me replan this real quick. Also, shall we see the replay or not? I'm gonna risk that. Let's risk it. This is the Toliss. If the sim crashes, we're gonna use the save the state. The autosave actually. Because I think the autosave is turned on. Yes, autosave is turned on. So it should work. Let's try. Ah, shit. I've hit the wrong key. Alright, we are in replay mode. Yay, it works. Nice. Alright, now, probably everything's gonna go with me. Here's the plane. Let's set up the spotter view. I'm gonna be somebody here in the GA ramp looking for the Spirit 319 to land. And let's watch the landing. Here we go, nice Baron there. And a camouflage Cessna. Not bad. Emil, here you are. I used it too, works perfectly, absolutely. Thank God Toliss did that. Oh man, look at me flaring. Ooh. That was a good landing though. It was a good landing though. I'm gonna leave the wing view, guys, with the approach, so you guys can enjoy the view. Do you guys want the engine view or the wing view? What do you guys choose? And I'll be preparing the flight to San Diego in the meanwhile. Both. I can't do both. I just can do one. Left or right side also. Which one? Left side, right side, wing view or engine view? Engine view says Emil. Alright, so we have one vote so far for the engine. Here's the other airport. Right engine right for me, Shay TP. Alright, so let's go right engine there, then like this. And I'm gonna start it from somewhere around here probably. Yeah, let's start it here. I'll remove the window so you guys can enjoy completely the view. Now, just one thing, let me do this so you can enjoy completely without the Volanta overlay. In the meantime, I'm gonna be doing November Kilo Sierra. We're gonna fly 311 to San Diego. you go. So Valente is ready. Now I just need to finish sim brief. Right engine. Okay, so here you go. Right engine until the landing. And I will be doing all the rest of the stuff here. So Burbank, San Diego. We have a very weird departure out of here. So I anticipate a couple of directs too. But that's okay. So I'm going to generate the flanges, change my call sign. Generate. And I need the charts for San Diego. Oh, nice. I closed the charts for Burbank. Oh, Jesus.
2,500.
You can turn off your mic for now. The way we can enjoy it more, like we're flying. Oh, that's a good idea. Hey, I'm here. I was leaving you guys to hear the entire passenger experience. I was muted, yeah. I prepared everything in the meanwhile. So that was actually pretty cool. Good idea there. Dogs are barking. Do you guys enjoy that landing? I surely did. So, back in track. Volanta should be running. Should be displaying the flight to San Diego. It's going to be Spirit Wings 311 or 311, however you like. And zero fuel weight is actually the same. Cruise level is going to be 160, and we're going to require, I'm going to tell you in a bit how much fuel. Require 11.5 tons of fuel. 11.5 thousand pounds of fuel. So let's do that. 11.5. Right, 11.6. I'm going to request refueling in the meanwhile. Same zero fuel weight. I don't know why did it give me the same zero fuel weight. So if you guys want me to change the zero fuel weight to give us more or less passengers, we have 115 at the moment. Just tell me. And now I can start programming the box. So we are in Burbank. I'm gonna fly to San Diego. Or alternate is gonna be Los Angeles. So if something goes wrong, we just gonna return. And KS 311, which is my call sign. Cost index is the same, I think 5. No, actually cost index is 60. Cruise level 160 with a temperature of -3. Zero fuel weight. So do we adjust the zero fuel weight or not? What do you guys think? Let's go with full passengers. How about that? 145? 145 passengers? Let's go. Let's do it. I'm gonna apply that load setting. And let's do a slightly more aft CG. Why doesn't it work though? Ah, yeah, because it's full passenger. It's always the same. Alright. 28.6 then. Let it be. Alright, ground services then. Zero fuel weight. Loading. 1 to 1.9. 28.6. You decide fuel. Yep. Now, we could adjust the fuel, by the way, because every plus 1,000, we need to add 21 kilos of fuel. So, how many pounds did I add? That's the question. We had 115. I added 121. That's almost 122. So that's 7,000 pounds of difference. 7,000 pounds is 3,174 kilos. So we need to add 21 times 4, like 80 kilos. Not much for this flight, so that's alright. Fueling 11.6. That's complete. Fueling is complete. Seatbelt sign on. Fuel pumps coming on. Let's go with the rest. Departing out of Burbank, we're gonna go with other runway, which is, what runway are they using? I think it was runway 15 according to the wind. Yep, runway 15, and we are departing via the Van Nuys 3 departure through the Foxtrot India Mike transition, and from there we go Victor 386 off to Juliet 88, and finally to LAX, and from LAX it's the COMEX to arrival into San Diego. for the RNAV Zulu 27 via, what was the fix? I forgot. Cloned? Yep. And transition LAX. Insert. Let's see, what do we got there? So we have a manual departure there, then it's going to be a turn, which is correct according to the chart. Then we go to venues, Ipho, Suana, etc. Beam, Ojai. Yeah, I'm going to skip that part there. We're going to probably go direct to LAX, and basically we will be already on the arrival sequence to San Diego. LAX, what altitude restrictions do we have there? Legend. Okay, so that looks all good. I need to clear the manual there. Clear the manual, and now do it like this. Flight director's on. There we go, that's better. Okay, so let's do a little departure and arrival briefing at the same time, because this is going to be very, very quick. I'll leave on the prop page Los Angeles. If something goes wrong, I'll request the takeoff data in the meanwhile, and we're gonna analyze the situation. So. Initial climb altitude. I'm gonna set 5,000 out of Burbank, and I need to show you my screen. Here we go. So we're gonna depart from Burbank. We're gonna push back, cross here on Delta 2, or actually we could just probably taxi all the way here, cross to this intersection here, all the way through Alpha there, Alpha holding point runway 15, departing runway 15. Then, departing runway 15 with depart, we need to turn here, standard minimum climb 335 per nautical altitude 2,300. Basically, the description says, takeoff runway 15, climbing right turn heading 213 degrees, expect radar vectors to venues VOR. And basically, we're gonna do time transition. Wait, is this the transition? Want to go with the Fillmore transition from over Victor November Yankee VOR onto radial 255 and Foxtrot India Mike radial 1202 to Foxtrot India Mike Vortex. So very simple. From this waypoint here, I'm going to try to go direct to LAX. We're going to see how it goes with terrain and with our climb gradient, but should be good. And we should be clear of all terrain. Then basically we jump straight into the LAX VOR. This is already the COMEX2 arrival, which is the RNAV for runway 27 into San Diego, Los Angeles, Marvel, Spider, Gambit, Legend, COMEX. Here are the first altitude restrictions between flight level 190 and 15,000, and next is going to be below 15,000 and above 12,000. We are going to fly at 16,000, so should be good. Then we start our descent, flash lantern above 9,000 at 230 knots, X-Mans above 7,000, clone mandatory 6,210 knots, and from clone we jump into the RNAV Zulu runway 27, which we go to Ajade, Cat Dog, I guess, and right turn into, I can't read this, whatever this is, into Saye, Sijni. We have a mandatory altitude here, 2,700. Final approach fix is Rebo, and it's guess 3 degrees. Yeah, no, 3.5 degrees, glide path. all the way down. Minimums are going to be 617. Let's add those already. Also receive the takeoff data. We're going to go full power with flaps. I'd love to see it with flaps too. Can I request flaps too? I'm not liking the speeds there. Love to be a bit earlier. Anyways, continuing with that. Yeah, minimums. I wanted the minimums. 617 on the minimums. Uplink. Let's see, receive takeoff data. Flaps 223, 23, 27. Yeah, let's use this one. Insert. And now, because this is in the middle of the city, literally, I'm going to use this thrust reduction acceleration, which is 800 feet. Good. I'll leave it there. And that's it. Speed set, MCP set, flight directors are good. Let's leave the constraint mode on for the first officer side too. And that's it. APU is still running. How are we on fuel? Looking good. Alright, flight plan, prog performance, all set. So, that's the plan. That's it. Just do a quick check here on the go-around. In case of missed approach, we climb to 2,500 on track 275 to SARS and hold. Basically straight ahead. So this one is going to be easy for the go-around. Looking good. What did SimBrief tell me about the flight time? 52 minutes. It's going to be way lower than that because I'm going to cut through this. I've seen a real-life flight today on Flight Radar, and they basically went straight from here, or they kind of turned like this, I think, climbing turn, and then a direct to the San Diego, and then did the RNAV 427. So that looks good. Quick check of the weather. Significant weather, nothing significant. Wind barbs, perfect. Infrared satellite, cool. Clear skies. Awesome. Very good. So that's basically it. We kind of went through the departure briefing. The only thing that I didn't do, which I may check, is what? We checked the type, weather, anti-ice use not required, terrain radar mode on, taxi was briefed, runway is going to be dry, wind is checked, config full power with flaps 2, speeds are 23, 23, and 27. Departure type SIDs, we checked that, radio navs are checked, not required, no special considerations. For the abnormals, okay, we can brief the abnormals. So, because this is a sketchy place, we are in the middle of the mountains, inside of a valley, kind of, and we're going to be departing runway 15. We have terrain around us. In case something goes wrong, we start climbing at a heading 213, and then, if required, an evasing maneuver to the right to avoid any terrain, and keep climbing to at least 5,000, and then assess the situation and see what's what. Basically, that's it. The rest, non-abnormals. We could check the weights of the aircrafts now, because I've put maximum zero fuel weight, basically, or not the maximum, but maximum passenger load. So takeoff weight is 133, landing weight maximum is 137, so we're not overweight anyways, which is a good thing. Alright, good stuff, very good stuff. We did our briefing. Let's go to the checklist. Cockpit preparation, let's go. Gear pins and covers are removed. Fuel quantities checked. Let's recheck again. It is balanced. 70 pounds of difference is okay. Seatbelt sign is on. ADRs are still on nav. Yep. Check the accuracy. It's high. That's good enough. Barrel reference 3002. I could check the METAR. Make sure that it is still up to date. Also, let's go with the beacon light on. And I want to close this door because my ears are crying for the brake fans. Copy preparation checklist is complete. Next is going to be before start. Let's go call the pushback.
Hey, Captain, let me know where you want this thing.
You know what? We are really close to the taxiing point here. Let's go maybe and taxi near the other runway. It's gonna be better, I think.
Great news, Captain. Your tow's coming.
Perfect. Now I need to start closing doors. And give a call to the cabin crew. Also, I need to set the parking brake, which is important. We can remove chocks now. And remove external power, we never used it. Good. Arm doors across check for the cabin crew. Ground services aren't going away, which is nice. You forgot to ask questions about after the brief. Do we get free peanuts and soda on this flight too? Yep, that's an extra. Sorry. Alright, that's all set. I think so. And yeah, of course, we're going to be going packs off takeoff. Before start checklist.
Alright, looks like the doors and hatches are closed and we're ready to connect.
Parking brake is set. Here we go. Takeoff speeds and thrust, so 23, 23, 37 toga. Windows are closed and beacon is on. Also. Oh yeah, nice. Now we can open the windows with the Toliss. That's cool. Now I need to click here and do this. Come on. I forgot that we could do this now. But yeah, windows are closed. And the beacon is on, because I switched it on already. Brilliant. One thing I forgot to do. Connect events in. Flight plan is submitted. Here's my squawk code, 4725.
Welcome aboard, Captain. Tow's connected, bypass pins inserted. Go and kill the parking brake.
See, I forgot to switch off the transponder from TARA there. Alright, I think we're ready. Let's just make sure that there is nobody around. Yep, looks like no. Brakes released, clear to push. Let's go.
Here comes the pushback. Light them up.
Peanut costs extra. Yeah, this is extra stuff from Spirit. Let's go. Engine mode selector to start. I'm gonna wait until we push back a little bit from the gate. And then I'm gonna start the engines. Let's see. Flight controls, fuel. Less fuel on the left. I'm gonna start 2 first. Let's go. Starting number 2. There's the ignition. And 2 is rising. By the way, those who are wondering, this is the Carda IAE mod, and it is available on the forums. Somebody has fixed all the visual bugs that there were, and you can download it from the explained forums, which is really cool.
Just about done here. Go ahead and set your parking brake.
Brakes set, clear, disconnect.
And we're disconnecting the tow. Give me just a moment.
Wheel temperatures are quite good. Alright, number 2 is available. Let's go number 1. There's ignition, there's M2. Move this view to this view here.
And we're disconnected. Signal and pin on the right. Take it easy and have a safe flight.
Nice, engine available. I just wanted to log in with the Hoppy CPDLC. So give me a moment. Because I wanted to be able to print some METARs and weather stuff, because I always forget about that stuff. Safe. Very good. So, we should have received the hand signal, engine mode selector to normal, APU coming off. Let's go, spoilers armed, flaps position 2. Trim should be up 0.4. Rudder trim should be on 0. Auto brake armed, stop the chrono. Do a flight control check, full up, full down, neutral, full left, full right, neutral, rudder, full left, full right, neutral. It will crash. You need to do it before the flight. What do you mean? After start checklist, NTI is not required. Ecom status checked. Pitch trim is up 0.4. Rudder trim is 0. After start checklist is complete. Next is gonna be taxi. Let's go brakes. Actually, first taxi lights, brakes released. Let's do a brake check. Pedal press, pressure 0. Very good. Now I'm gonna go taxi. Let's go for the wind shear on. And I'm gonna leave TCAS TARA already on because we are so close to the runway. Strobes are gonna come on as well. Let's go. After we cross this runway, we'll go into the taxi checklist. And I just want to make sure that there is nobody else landing on 08. Nope, nobody. Alright. Let's turn here. Cross the runway. Probably a really cool view in real time, in real life. Chris, I'm pretty much a GA guy. Isn't Toliss 320 considered study level? Yes, it is. Any Toliss aircraft actually is. Be that the 320, 319, 321, they are all the same level. And the 340 too. And they're planning to release the 330. And they will be improving the A350 from flight factor, which is the most exciting for me. Alright, let's go cabin. Device, takeoff config test. Getting some lags there. And let's do taxi checklist. Flight controls checked, flap setting, config 2 set. Radar protecting wind shear is on and auto. Engine mode selector is on normal. ECA memo, takeoff no blue. Taxi checklist is complete. Very good. I'm still running the brake fan because I want to make sure that we don't overheat the brakes, but I will be disconnecting the brake fan before departure. Let's keep moving. I don't know, study level, probably the most detailed add-on plane for sure. Yeah. I think it's pretty study level. It has a couple of things, like deep systems that are not simulated, which I hope they will be. Clear left, clear right. Eventually, but yeah. I think overall it's the best Airbus out there. At least as far as I'm concerned. Also, Chris, what would be your, if you're a GA guy, what would be your favorite GA aircraft? flight factor 320 exists. Yes, it exists, but I just think it's not worth it. It's worse in terms of performance, it's worse in terms of physics, it's overall worse. Has a couple of quirks that the Toliss doesn't have, like the KFE, for example, but there are almost no countries that fly with KFE at this time. And that's the only one that I can remember. Yeah, it's worse in performance, the flight factor, it is, yeah. And we're going uphill here. Because this time I need to add power to actually keep it going. Alright, here's Alpha 2. We want to go into past Alpha 1 until the very end. Let's reset the chrono. Fanta 105, good evening, welcome to the stream. Hope you're well, just in time for our second flight, departing from Burbank into San Diego. Also, I need to change the name of the stream because I think I still have it written Oakland to Burbank and back. Yeah, I have. I need to change that. I will change that after we finish the stream. Torque Sim Cirrus aircraft with my real sim gear hardware is my favorite General Aviation X-Plane 12. I was really thinking about buying the Torque Sim SR22, the G1000 version, because from what I've read, it's basically the best you can get. But it's just too expensive for me now, so I got the Reality Expansion Pack for the Cirrus, and it's very, very good actually too. Probably not as good as the Torque Sim, but still, it cost me literally zero because I bought it with store points. Alright, here we are. Holding point Alpha runway 15. Cabin crew prepare for departure. No traffic. Lights are on. Brakes released. TCAS TRA already set. Lineup checklist. Takeoff runway. Runway 15 confirmed. Visually confirm as well that the final is clear. And the other way is clear. TCAS, TARA, and packs 1 and 2 are coming off. Lineup checklist is complete. Are you guys ready? I am ready. Hit the like button for this takeoff. Oh, the ground is a little bit weird there. You just saw the plane rolling itself. Let's do a nice lineup. Let's pull up and then take off, just like we did in Florence. Alright, stopping here, brake fan off. Let's go. Remember, after departure, heading 213, if I recall correctly. Yeah, 213. Set it here. 213, initial heading. Here we go. Spool up. Stabilized. Chrono set. Mantoga SRS. Outer thrust is blown. Thrust is set. Oh boy. Airspeed is alive. .100 knots. V1, rotate. Positive climb, Europe. Here we have runway track. Let's go heading. Oh man, that's lovely. Thrust climb, open climb, outer thrust. Speed is checked, flaps 1. Let's go autopilot 1. Pack 1 on. Let's go flight plan. Direct. Van News. Nav. Pack 2 on. Disarm the speed brakes. S speed. Speed check. Flaps 0. Nice. Alright, let's set 16,000. This is lovely. This is absolutely lovely. Goodbye, Burbank. It was nice to visit you. Flaps are up. Lights are off. Maybe we can turn earlier than Foxtrot India Mike. Maybe we can turn from Suana direct to LAX. How about that? Let's do that real quick. There we go. Now after takeoff checklist. Next is approach. And Chris, the real sim gear GA40 is a close second. Yeah, I've heard very well, very good opinions about that one. But I don't know, it's just I'm not a big fan of the diamond aircrafts. I don't know why. I just don't like the looks. Which is, I know it's kind of stupid, but anyways. Nice climb out. Let's do direct LAX from here. Wheel temps are good. There's Van Nuys Airport. One day I'm gonna do a United States tour on a general aviation aircraft, like a Cirrus or some sort, and I'm gonna definitely visit that little airfield. 10,000 feet, lights off. Let the cabin crew know. And now, I need to... I could close the charts for Burbank, because we're not going to be returning here. I need to plan real quick our descent. So from Nado at 6,000... Actually, no, wait. From Plum at 6,000. Page, Plum... 6,000, so that's 16 minus 6 is 10. 10 times 3 is 30. 30 plus 10 is going to be 40. 40, let's do 45. Radius, that's going to be our top of descent, which is exactly where the plane calculated, so really cool. There is Los Angeles Airport. I'm going to overfly it. Beautiful views. Been really cool, that little airport right there. It was definitely worth coming there. Just approaching Los Angeles. Let's see if there's anybody there. Oh, yeah, there's a plane. It looks like a Delta one. And that's about it. Just one airplane. Yeah, that's a Delta. Only one. Nice departure. Cool. Very cool. So we did all the All the briefings, speed alt start. Oh yeah, definitely want to level off. Actually, wait, just do open climb is already leveling off. Speed alt start. A little bit aggressive probably, but that's okay. So we did already the briefing, the arrival briefing with you, kinda like. The runway in San Diego is pretty long, and we're gonna be landing from runway 27, which is the best one to vacate and go straight into the gates. So I'm gonna anticipate a very short taxi, which is cool. And we could do the Terminal 1, Terminal 2 East, or Terminal 2 West. US Customs and International Gates are in Terminal 2. So let's go just to Terminal 1, probably, which is the closest one to the exit. And that's basically it. There's the Los Angeles. Airport. Nice. Very cool. No, I don't even know if I have the San Diego Ortho. Thank you. And Chris, actually the default laminar 172 with rep is very close to the 174 I ran it back in the day. Yeah, I think everybody's saying really good stuff about the Reality Expansion Pack, and that's why I went for the Reality Expansion Pack for the Cirrus, because the modeling of the default laminar Cirrus is okay. It's not like amazing, but it's pretty good. And with the Reality Expansion, the physics have gotten so much better. It's just amazing. And all the little details, the more you fly with the Reality Expansion Pack, the more you understand and find those little refined things that they coded in, which is really, really cool. So yeah, and it costs, like on sale, it costs $14. That's so cheap. That's really cheap. I got it for free because, you know, the Orc store gives you a certain amount of points for every add-on you buy. So I had 1,000 points and I spent those on the Cirrus. Totally worth it, in my opinion. Flight Aviator, hello, welcome to the stream. What scenery are you using? This is SimHeaven xAmerica and Ortho4XP Google zoom level 15 with high res on the airports. That's basically it, nothing else. We could do the visual into San Diego too, but I'm not very familiar with the region, so we're gonna go with the RNAV. Very short flight. Already about 35 miles to top of descent. So, yeah, cool stuff. Cool stuff, and I'm getting familiar with the Airbus again, which is what I wanted. And there's so many airports right here. There was one. There was the other one just back there. Then there's the International. Los Angeles, there's Burbank. I know that there's another one somewhere here, probably. It's just incredible. And there's another airport right there. And another one here. I mean, this is like paradise. If you have an engine failure and you are in a general aviation aircraft, you can land anywhere, provided you have altitude to glide to the airport. But that's really cool. Very cool stuff. So charts are ready. Let's come here to the approach checklist. Let me see what's the weather in San Diego. Also, we could use the... yeah, exactly. We could use the ATC com, I think. Wait, MCD menu, ATSU, AOC menu, ATIS, XAN, here, METAR. Receive messages. Here it is, and I want to print it. It's already printed the other ones. I didn't ask for it, but... I always forget to use this one. So, let's see. METAR, 2907, gusting 19. Good visibility, clear sky, temperature 18, QNH 3003. Let's set that. And on the standby too. And the rest is looking good. Perfect. We could use this on the performance page as well. 3003. Wind is 290 at 7. Temperature 18. And let's just flaps 3 because VAP is going to be 137. Let's go with flaps 3. I'm 12 miles from John Wayne. That's School Airport 2 with the sky. Sorry, I can't read because of the heart symbol. With the skyline. Kilo Sierra November Alpha Payware Airport. Man, I feel like you really know this area very well. I mean, and it makes sense. You live here. That's so cool. That's really, really cool. I mean, look at this. It's looking decent. Very decent. So Google Zoom level 15. Of course, if you zoom in, like really close, you start to see it. But it's still better than the default. Because you get the colors right. And all this stuff. Alright, let's go. Constraint mode on. 6,000 on the altitude. Why do I feel like that's some sort of artifacts there? Let me check. Nope, all looks good. Really cool stuff. So we are 14 minutes into the flight, and we're gonna start our descent. How cool is that? This time I feel prepared, and there's an airport right there. Travel strip. Wow. Alright, let's go pull the speed, pull vertical speed, and let's go minus 2,000 to start with, and let's go to 50. Actually, we have a speed restriction there, so that would be 230. Minus 15,000, next point there. If you look at VATS by Europe, and VATS seems so busy. Let me check. Oh boy. Holy cow. What? Half of Europe is almost... Oh my god, that's a lot of people there. Well, I always pick the wrong places, even though I honestly don't mind to do this flight here without ATC in calm air. Yeah, auto brake on low, by the way. Let me do compute with auto brake on low. Perfect. Like in real life. No, I think in real life it would be a bit busier, but still. Maybe they have some events, I don't know. But that's a lot of people. It's cool. And you know what, guys? I hope next week... by the way, next week I won't be able to stream on the weekend again. And on the other one, probably I won't be able again, because it's gonna be the days before my exams. So I will probably stream next Monday and then Friday. Yeah, probably it's gonna go like that. I just hope that the weather is gonna be fine in Skardu, because we've been delaying this. We're delaying this flight like the second week already. So I really hope the weather is going to clear out, which is fun, because when I did the ortho photos for Skardu, there's another airport there. Oh, that's a military one. When I did the ortho photos for Skardu, basically the weather was perfect, it was clear sky, like almost no clouds. It was so beautiful. And now that I have everything prepared, and we can go and do the flight, basically the weather is bad. So yeah, reducing the vertical speed there. We have 10 miles to, or 8 miles to Lantern, and we need to reduce the speed. So remember, the glide path is 3.5 degrees. That's important. And I'm gonna go open the sand in a bit. Right now. First I will open the sand. There we go. Perfect. I don't understand the long wait times for ATC 6 months is a joke. I don't know. Send them a message, maybe. There should be... I mean, there should be an explanation for that. Let's go 210 here. Should keep going down because we need to go there at climb at 6,000. It is mandatory. And we are approaching 10,000 as well. Lights on. No LS push buttons on this one, it's an RNAV. On the Neos, though, I think you need to press the LS push buttons, but not on the old ones. Lovely. Chris, I think he's saying he wants to be an ATC in that sim, and basically the lists to start, or I don't know, the waiting time to apply for an ATC is like 6 months. That's a lot of time. From Cologne, I'm gonna set an altitude of 3,200. Rebo is the final approach fix at 2,000. Okay. Let's go and activate the approach phase. Some speed brakes. Some terrain here as well, and we should see the airport. Here it is. Nice. Alright. Remove speed brakes. Let's keep going down. 3,200. Here we go, crossing Clown. 210, 6,000. Let's go speed check flaps 1. Kenny Riviera, hello, welcome to the stream. How are you? That's a lot of emojis, which made me remember that I need to do some custom emojis. Here's the turn. Okay, in case we need to go around, climbing straight ahead to 2,500. Still on the vertical speed. Revo should be at 2,000 or above 2,000. There's a brake. Still with speed brakes deployed. Gonna stow them now. Back to arc mode. Let's hit approach. App nav. Set at lower altitude. There's the field. And I forgot to do the approach checklist. Let's do it real quick. Bear reference set, seatbelt sign on minimums. Set 617, auto brake low. Engine mode selector is normal. Approach checklist is complete. Why isn't it following the brake though? I don't get it. Let's go visual from this point. Autopilot off. to 2,500. Flight directors off.
2,500.
Brakes on. Bird on. Speed check. Flaps 2. Let's keep descending. Let's go gear down. Speed brakes armed. Lights on. Cabin crew. And speed is checked. Flaps 3. So we're slightly high, like 200 feet high. Let me see if I can
2,000.
catch it. Checked. Or visual with the runway. Landing checklist go around altitude set. Cabin crew is advised. Take a memo. Landing mode blue. Landing checklist complete. Ah, there's a bunch of downtown there that we can't see because of the LOD. Alright, here's the runway. Wind is coming from the right. No gusts though, which is good. But we're not stable yet. I'm gonna get low till 500 feet AGL for the stabilized criteria.
1,000.
Checked. Come on, speed. Really doesn't want to slow down, which is really weird with flaps 3 and gear down. Doesn't want to slow down. Come on. There we go. Spooling up. Just in time. Otherwise it would be going around. Oh, I didn't know it would be so close to the field. And
500.
check. Anyways, focus on landing.
100 above. Minimum.
Continue.
300.
2 whites to reds, not bad.
200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. Return. 5.
Spoilers. Reverse green. This cell, and I'm using manual braking because I've used a whole bunch of runway. 70 knots. Reverses out. Stopped chrono, 29 minutes on the clock. Beautiful. Whew. We floated a bit there. More than I would have liked. But that's fine. Starting the APU and 1 minute for the reverses. So we wanted to go Terminal 1. Let's go Terminal 1. Clear left, clear right. Flaps up, speed brakes disarmed. Now, protective wind shear off, transponder to transponding. This can go off. Brakes are definitely hot. APU start. Let's go here. When I turn off. There's a bunch of ground traffic moving on. I'm gonna have to ignore those. Let's come here. Slide off. Not bad. With the lineup, do I see the marshaller? Kinda. He's behind. He's inside the truck. Oh no, he's behind the truck. Never mind. Alright, let's do a nice parking job. Perfect. Brakes set. We've got APU and we have 2 minutes on the clock. So APU bleed on. Shutting down the engines. Bleeds are off. Wait for the 5% N1. Never mind, that's N2. Beacon light off. Unlock the cockpit door. Transponding and 2000. After landing, radar telemetry off. Parking checklist. Brakes or chocks are set. We could actually set the chocks again. And this time, I think we can connect the external power and disconnect the APU. Engines are off. Wing lights are off. Fuel pumps are off. Parking checklist is complete. Stop all the clocks here, 44 minutes. Very good. Wrong stand, just kidding. Look at that parking job. Not bad. Definitely not bad. Anyways, shall I try to watch the replay here? I floated a bunch. First person to arrive here today according to Volanta. Landing was minus 122. I can show you. Did I set chocks? Yes, I did. Brakes off. This way we can let the brakes cool down quicker. So that's definitely overheated. So, disconnect from VANSIM. Show you Volanta. Here it is. Here's our flight. Nice and short, nice descent. Minus 122 on the landing. Looks good. Let's try and watch the replay. And finish. So please don't crash. Alright, so far it didn't crash. We've got sound. I'm gonna try to move this back. And we have replay. Very good. Shift 2, set the spotter view. How about we set the spotter view to the downtown San Diego. Like this. And then I'll leave you with the replay of the landing with the engine view or the wing view as you wish. Yeah, a bit of floating. And that was a nice landing. And some pretty heavy manual braking. Alright guys, let's move the plane back until the approach and I'll leave you with the replay. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Tuchka, hello, welcome to the stream. Please write in English. Everything is fine and I hope is everything fine with you too. Do you guys want left or right view? And wing or engine? Tell me. Maybe wing this time? How about wing? Left side? Yeah, I think so. Let's do left wing. Right here. Yeah. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna leave you with the replay. Thank you very, very much for coming on. I hope you enjoyed this 2 short flights from Oakland into Burbank and from Burbank to San Diego, which was a great suggestion from JTP, I think, and Chris. I think you guys both suggested this this short flight. It was very nice. Love the 319. Very cool. Thank you for your support. We're gonna see you next week, which should be actually this week, because I will be working on the weekend again, and that means I'll have to stream either Friday or next Monday. So we're gonna see how things are gonna go. But yeah, thank you very much. If you have any suggestions for the next flight, in case we won't be able to go to Skardu because of weather, because honestly I just checked now and the weather isn't looking that great there, and I would really love to go with the real life weather into Skardu. So yeah, if we wouldn't be able to go to Skardu due to weather again, and you have a good suggestion, I think you should write that. Maybe A319 again. I don't know if you were already bored from 319. I'm honestly not. But don't know about you guys. I have the 319. We can do 330, 340. I have the A350, 737, 7478, 8757. We could do some King Air stuff, either with the freeware or the airfoil labs. And what else do I have? We could do some general aviation flying. We could take the Seneca again for a spin. Anyways, guys, anything you suggest. Thank you very much. I'm gonna go take a bit of rest and continue studying. Wish me luck. See you next week. Bye bye.